Hey guys, so so many emotions right now. I decided today to take a pregnancy test because I've been having so many different weird symptoms. This is crazy. I have been unbelievably bloated lately. Like, so bloated that I feel like I have like a pregnant belly. And it doesn't even make any sense. Like, I don't know, like no matter what I do, I'm still super bloated. Like, you can tell, super bloated. Well, so I just take a pregnancy test, and I actually took a pregnancy test about 2 weeks ago, and it was, of course, negative. I actually always think I'm pregnant, so I'm like constantly taking pregnancy tests because I have such an off period. I am very irregular, so sometimes I skip a few months. I take one, and I don't know if this, I mean, this is a line, right? Hold on, let me see if I can get it in a good light. It has 2 lines. That one is faint, this one, but I've always heard that there's like it's almost impossible to get a false positive. That's a line. The thing is I took my other pregnancy test a couple weeks ago and it was negative, so I don't have any more pregnancy tests, and I kind of want to take another just to make sure, even though I know it's kind of impossible to get a false positive. But I just, like, I'm freaking out right now. I'm literally freaking out. So I take the pregnancy test, and usually I will let it, I'll sit down and like go away and come back and look at it when next time I go to the bathroom and just throw it away because I know it'll be negative. But this time for some reason I felt like I needed to like hold it up, and it turned, that second line showed up within the first minute. Like right when it was starting to show up, I was like, wait, no, this can't happen, this can't happen. So I'm like, I just like don't know anything about babies. This is so weird. I thought I would capture my emotions because it's so back and forth. Super irregular. I have PCOS, which means polycystic ovarian syndrome. And that basically means I have cysts on my ovaries that can hinder you from having periods. It can hinder you from having healthy eggs. And it can hinder pregnancy. Like, I believed that I would have to get on medication to get pregnant. I believed that I wouldn't be able to get pregnant. I'm rambling so much. I don't even know how to take this. I don't know what to say. I think I'm gonna go and get another pregnancy test and like maybe get something to surprise Josh. I don't know. I wonder how I should tell him. If I should just show him the pregnancy tests. We do everything together. We tell each other everything. So he called right after I found out, and I had to hold it together. I don't know if he could tell I was off, but he was on his way like rushing to class. So, you know, he had his mind on other things, so I was able to get away with it. But like when he calls on the way home, like I'm not gonna be able to keep it together. So we'll see. Let's see what I do. I am going to the store because this one pregnancy test is just, it's not enough. Like, don't know anything about kids, so. All right, I'm gonna go to the store. Let's go to the store. I can't, like, this is unbelievable to me. Like, legit, guys, I went to the doctor and I had like multiple cysts on my ovaries. Like, I really did not think that I could get pregnant, and I just wasn't expecting this. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and just went, and then I'm back. I'm now in my garage, and I actually told Josh, because I tell him every month, I texted him and I said, I finally started my period, yay! Maybe this bloat will go away now. Anyway, he bought it, which is great. I'm always, always, always late because I have the most irregular period ever. So I always tell him when I finally start, I got this triple just to make for darn sure because I'm freaking out, like totally freaking out. So I've got, it's like 2 are the same and then like 1 says yes or no. So we'll see. I'm super nervous and I'm super excited, and maybe getting the triple check is a little over the top, but I just need it. Let's go inside and I will set everything up and show you. It's like 6:30 right now and he's not gonna be home till like 11. So it's just totally in denial right now. I don't even believe that this is even true. So I need to take another one and just make sure. I don't know. So, like I said, so many emotions and I'm rambling like crazy. But anyway, let's get inside. I got a few things and I will show you in a second. Okay, so I got this card. Josh and I have always been the kind of people that like to write cards to each other. So I got one that's fairly blank so I could write my own thing in it. And it says, a quick story, chapter 1, this is my heart. Chapter 2, this is my heart when I'm with you. In chapter 3, the thing is, there is a third heart, but that heart is far too big for this card. The third heart is my heart knowing that I get to grow my own little family with you. You were a good boyfriend. You've been an amazing husband. I can't wait to see you as a fantastic daddy. I love you, Joshua Stephen Haynes. Let's do this. And then your wife, your Bahama mama, Danielle. So had this funny conversation in the Bahamas. He said, if you get pregnant in the Bahamas, I'm gonna forever call you my Bahama mama. So that's kind of like a little inside joke that we have. Might be a little cheesy, but I don't care. It's like, I don't know, I think it's perfect because we're just super simple and I don't want to go crazy. And then I got this little box here and I'm gonna fill half of it with this blue, like this baby blue tissue, and then half of it with this pink tissue. And then I'm gonna lay 2 pregnancy tests on top of the tissue. So stoked to get his reaction because he can't wait to be a dad. He can't wait. So I'm just super excited. Like I don't know, he has baby fever. I just want to know his genuine reaction, so I want to get it on camera. I really am gonna try. He's the kind of person that will notice really fast if he's being recorded, so I'm gonna have to just be really sneaky with it. I literally can't believe this. Like, it hasn't hit me. It still hasn't hit me. I put blue tissue and pink tissue, and then I've got both these positive tests in here. See, whenever I see it in the screen, it looks like they're both negative, but they both have a faint line. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Probably on top or something. It says, babe, read this card, then open the box. So there's that. What do you think, Rye? Keep them closed. No way.
Yes. Whoa.
Open.
Whoa. Oh. But these say not pregnant on it.
Yes, they do. Whether faint or not, 2 lines means pregnant. These are from 2 different boxes. I just wanted to make sure. The line came up within 1 minute, not even 3. Can you believe it? That's what I did today.
What?
It's just I just wanted to get like little pink and blue tissue paper.
I wish my headache wasn't so big right now.
I know, I was so bummed when you said you didn't feel good.
So you're pregnant?
Yeah.
My Bahama mama.
So many emotions. I had literally, like, when I first started coughing, I go, no, 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 no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you're not mad, but I literally had to record it.
Oh, you are such a... You are a beautiful human being. Hi.
Aww.
Oh, hi, future fetus. Whatever you may be.
Literally, Josh, I'm absolutely so terrified.
Really? I'm so excited.
I know you are. I said earlier that you have baby fever and that I couldn't wait to get your reaction.
And right after I came to terms that this would be years longer in the making.
Yeah, like, you were, like, the things you told me on the way home and, like, how you just had a, you know, like, you knew that God has a plan and...
Oh, this is it! Ah, man, I'd be screaming right now if my head wasn't throbbing.
I know.
Here, I better let out one at least. Woo! That really hurts. We had a joke that she would get pregnant in the Bahamas. So on her card, she literally wrote Bahama Mama. I
told them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I showed them the card.
Gosh, I've been thinking this whole time, like for the past few weeks, like what if you are a Bahama Mama? Because now we need to get you a doctor's appointment with a gynecologist.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I had to get your reaction.
Well, I'm very excited. I will probably cry over this later.
I know you will.
People don't know this about me because some people know me as a very logical human being. Others know me as very goofy. And then Danielle knows me as the emotional type that cries over so many different things. So I am an anomaly of a human being.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. I am so happy. I cannot express how happy I am.
I know, me too. I'm excited.
She's my best friend, and we are looking forward to welcoming our future addition.
Yay!
Or additions, because twins runs on my side of the
Oh
family.
God!
So, but if you are just a single fetus, that is okay as well. So, future baby, can't wait to see you.
You're gonna start crying again.
I can't help it.
So, as you know from the title, I had a miscarriage, and I've had a few days to think it over and grieve and just, I don't know, just let myself be upset about it. And there's no words. Can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself and the way that I'm feeling about it. It's truly something that I have felt so strongly on my heart to talk about. I created that website, Mental to Happy. It's about mental turmoil and how you can, you know, walk through the journey to happiness. And what better way than to go ahead and just share about this recent painful event. I want to open up and just be vulnerable about this, because I know that if we open up about things that we go through, or any kind of mental turmoil, whatever pains you, if you don't open up about it, those things can just eat at you for years. And I know that one of the biggest suffer in silence type of things are miscarriages, and especially like early ones. I had an early miscarriage. I was 8 weeks pregnant. Last Saturday, September 15th, we rushed to the hospital because I started bleeding. And we were there for 6 hours. I was writhing in pain 6 hours before I actually got in to the doctor. So I ended up miscarrying in the emergency room's bathroom. And it was extremely painful, and it was sad, and it was just terrible. We've only told our closest friends and family. We were gonna wait till like 12 weeks or something to announce it to everybody that we were even pregnant. We wanted to wait because, you know, just in case, and I'm so glad that we did wait. Even though I'm still coming out with this video, is also for closure. I think it'll help me to just get it out there. I think it'll help me personally get over it if I talk about it in a way that helps me feel like I have closure. I felt so called to do this video so that I can help other women or couples that have gone through this painful event and have suffered in silence, or haven't told anybody, or maybe you have and you're still just struggling about it. I just wanted to make this video to encourage you, because this is a painful experience. When we found out, like, we were shocked. I have PCOS, and a lot of times you have to get on medication in order to actually conceive, and so I was going to just wait till I was just absolutely ready, and then get on this medication that would have helped me. And anyway, I got pregnant naturally, and it was the coolest thing ever, because I just wasn't expecting that. I'm trying to think of the positives in all this, and I know now, even though this is a terrible event, I know now that I can get pregnant naturally, and so that alone is a blessing to me. I was over the moon. I was so excited. I wasn't excited at first because I was terrified and I was scared. But then I thought about it, and I thought, you know, this is what I've always wanted to do. I just got so excited and happy, and it's an awesome feeling. And I know there's someone out there watching this video that felt the same way, and you miscarried, and it was traumatic. It was sad. It was, you wouldn't want to go through it ever again. And everything about it's terrible. I don't know about you. I don't know if I know every miscarriage is different, I'm sure. Mine was insanely painful, probably the most pain I've ever had in my life. I've never felt that. I couldn't distract myself. I couldn't like get on my phone. I couldn't do anything except for just stare at the ground and just pray that the pain would go away soon. I got discharged from the hospital at around midnight. It was almost midnight. And I'm just have been recovering ever since. You'll never understand how it feels until you've gone through it. I never knew what it was like. I never, knew what to think about a miscarriage before I actually had one. If you've had one, just know that you are not alone, and you don't have to go through this alone. I chose to tell, actually my husband told our closest friends and family what happened so that they could keep us in their prayers. And we have had nothing but love from our family and my dearest friends. I'm so thankful to have them because, and you know who you are, thank you, because it has helped me get past this without being totally beside myself. So thank you so much to those who have loved on us in this time. We got these beautiful flowers, as you can see. I encourage you, if you have gone through this, to tell somebody. It doesn't matter who it is, just tell somebody, because I can tell you with 100%, the biggest thing that helped me was just telling people, telling somebody what happened. Because if I were to just keep that silent and just life goes on, which, I did choose to not tell a good handful of people, like coworkers and, obviously clients. I didn't tell, pretty much, we have a lot of friends, we have a lot of family. I do feel like, going back to work is so hard because life goes on. I didn't tell anyone that I worked with. I didn't tell my clients or anything, and life just went on. It just did the same, the day-to-day thing. It just happened. Life just went on. And for some reason that was hard for me. Just the fact that no one knew and I was in pain and I just needed to go on with life. I don't know why, but that was just hard. So I have decided to come out with this video to open up, to tell everybody, and to just be there for whoever is suffering in silence right now, whether it is if it's a miscarriage or just any kind of mental turmoil. You are not alone. You are not alone. And there are so many women that go through this. My doctor told me like 1 in 5 women go through this, and I've had a lot of my friends and family contact me about like people they know that have gone through it, and giving me lots of hope. I just want to encourage you that no matter what you're going through in life, it's hard when life goes on and you're still stuck in your pain. It is truly heartbreaking, and it's hard to grasp, whether it's depression or any other thing. There are others that have gone through that, and you don't have to walk it alone. There are even people on the internet. You can find me, for example. You can talk to me about it. I would love that. And in fact, one of the things that helped me the most was talking to some people that have had them before. I wanted to also share our wonderful reaction to the pregnancy when we found out. We were just so happy, and I want that moment. I want to keep it forever. And for some reason, rewatching and editing that footage after the miscarriage, it made me happy, and it made me feel hope that someday I'm gonna get that, and it's gonna be real. I'll get that someday. And I want you to know that if you've had a miscarriage, your time will come. There is a right time for everything. There is a time to get married, there's a time to have a relationship, there's a time to get pregnant, and there's a time to have a baby. Some people get married later, and that's what is best for them. Some people get married early. I got married super early. I was 19. That is what was best for me. That was my time. And some people get married a little bit later, and though they may be waiting a long time, just feeling discouraged because you haven't found that person, or whatever it may be, your time will come. It will. And you know what? God has the best timing for you. Whatever is in His plan is what is best for you. Whatever your daydreams are, just God has something better for you. Sometimes the biggest blessings are the ones that just haven't happened yet. And it's not supposed to happen. It's not the right time. So that's what's helping me during this time. Whether it happens next month or 2 years from now, that will be the time. Know that that's the best that He has for me. There's a specific year, there's a specific date that is set in time for me to have that happen. I want to encourage you with this. Whether you're waiting to meet the right person, or whether you're waiting to get married, waiting to get pregnant, or you're dealing with infertility, and you've been trying for years and you just haven't conceived, waiting on an adoption agency to contact you with a baby. I haven't listed the amount of things I could add and put in this topic. There's a certain time and a certain place and a certain day, a certain month and a certain year, and it's so in the details like that. And it's meant for you. You have a day coming for you. Your time will come. I was probably 13. I started like writing in a journal about, you know, how I wanted my husband, and dream about the guy I would end up marrying, and like wonder who is it gonna be? Like, who is that guy? And I felt like I waited a million years, and I was only 17 when I actually met him, and it was the right time. But you know what? It's taken a lot longer to actually have a kid, but we all have a certain time that's right for us. Everything happens for a reason. It's been a difficult week, like a really, really tough week. One day I'll feel better. The next day I'm really, really down and just can't understand why. And you know what? I have to pick myself up and say, this is what was meant to be. It will happen for me someday. It will. And I just don't know when it is, but it will. And I believe that with my whole heart. And I just want to encourage you with that today, that if you've dealt with the same thing, your time will come, I promise. Hold on to hope. Take care of yourself. Chin up. Tell people about it. Get closure. Grieve as much or as little as you want to, and as long as you want to. Move on at your own timing, but eventually move on so that you can grasp onto happiness again and have hope for the future, because someday you'll have that rainbow baby and it'll change everything. I don't know what you're going through, but I have a website called mentaltohappy.com, and I have created it specifically for people that deal with mental turmoil in their lives, whether it's depression, anxiety, PTSD, any kind of mental turmoil, or whether they've gone through something traumatic, whether they're dealing with grief, or it doesn't matter what it is, any kind of internal pains in your life, wanting to get people to talk about it, because in this life we don't talk about those things enough. We don't talk about our pains and our depression and our thoughts like that. And I feel like if we talked about it more, we could literally save lives. I can't even tell you how many suicides I have read about, heard about lately, and I feel like it's just increasing. And I feel like if we all just talked about it more, if we all just brought it up, let's bring it up. Tell people what you're going through. Don't suffer in silence. Do not suffer in silence. Tell someone about your struggles. Put down your pride. If you're prideful, put it down. It doesn't matter. Pride is sometimes the killer, because you'll never tell people, don't suffer in silence. It's unhealthy anyway. It's unhealthy for you and your mental state. You can find happiness by finding closure through opening your mouth and telling people, or telling just someone, or opening your mouth and just praying about it. My whole website is basically to just encourage people to find happiness, to let's get from mental to happy, basically is why I named it that. I want to see people get from a point in their life where they're at their lowest. I want to see them step up, walk out, crawl out of that tunnel, whatever you have to do to get out of that tunnel and into the light. So many people would be so much healthier mentally if we all talked about it and we were there for each other. We're all on the same team. Life is not a competition. It's not a competition. It doesn't matter what she looks like. It doesn't matter what he said. None of those things matter. It's all petty. It's all so stupid and petty and small. And if we could all just band together and talk about what we're going through and be there for one another and stop being so prideful, I think that we could make this world better. You specifically watching, whoever is going through any kind of mental pain, this is what I'm making this video for. I hope that I helped somebody, and more than anything, I hope that you know that you're not alone. Whatever you're dealing with, someone else has gone through it, or is going through it, or will go through it. Everyone around you is going through something. Even the person with the biggest smile on their face is going through something. I promise. So be kind. Be nice to everyone. Be there for someone else. Don't be so wrapped up in your own life that you don't care to help somebody else. I hope that this helped somebody and encouraged somebody to either reach out to somebody else, or maybe you just needed to hear this to encourage you because you just had a miscarriage. I hope this helped, and I hope this reaches the right people. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this is a heavy video to watch, but I truly felt called to make it. Feel free to share this video to anyone you feel like might need it, whether it's a miscarriage or any type of mental turmoil that you're going through. Check out my site at www.mentaltohappy.com. I'll link my site below. It might help you out. I hope that somehow, some way, you were encouraged by this video, because that is the main purpose for this whole entire video. I'm recording this specifically for those who suffer in silence. Anyone. Suffering in silence is not fun, and I did it for years. Want to be there for somebody who just happens to be online looking for closure in the internet. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. Thank you for being here. You are important, and you are loved, and you are not alone at all. I will see you in my next video.